everyone, welcome to today's episode of Stories About Trek. I'm Na Xuan. The thread of my life runs between two places, the academic halls of UCL, where I earned my history PhD, and the ancient cobblestones of Dali, Yunnan, my hometown. Today, I connect them as a railway humanities researcher, exploring the stories of connection that railways weave between people, places, and time. My own story often brings me back to the line between Kunming and my hometown Dali. Today is a smooth ride through stunning scenery, but for me, it is a passage across 30 years back to a journey where a cup of milk tea meant for more than a drink. I'm 31 now, but that story begins when I was just 6 months old. It was July of 1995, during one of my mother's yearly trips taking me from the north back to our hometown Dali. The rain was pelting down that day. The mountain road was reduced to a muddy track of potholes and shifting stones. A journey that should have taken 10 hours slowly mercifully doubled to 20. A journey measured not in miles, but in hours of endurance and anxiety. Halfway through, the hot water ran out. I was starving, crying without end. Mom noticed the only thing close to water on the bus, what was left in the driver's tall glass mug, cold tea he sipped to keep himself awake. She went over and asked softly if he might spare what was left in his cup, just enough to make a bottle for me in that moment of need. He simply tipped what remained into my mug bottle. Now the very same journey is a matter of 2 hours. It's made possible by the railway that runs between Kunming and Dali. Every single day, around 90 trains glide back and forth on this route. That transformation is remarkable enough. But what truly humbles me is seeing how that speed reshapes everyday lives. You can have a bowl of cross-the-bridge noodles in Kunming for breakfast, and by lunchtime, you're stepping onto the old street of Dali's ancient town. The muddy, precarious roads and those anxious, draining ways are truly a thing of the past. To make this serene journey possible, the railway itself had to conquer some of the most unforgivable landscapes. Engineers had to carve tunnels through what they describe as red layer geology, rock so fragile it's like to dig through tofu, riddled with hidden caves and unpredictable pressures. It's not just about building tracks, it's about gently, persistently weaving a thread of connection through formidable terrain. High-speed rails have woven new patterns into life here. For us, it's a reliable commute and a simple weekend reunion. For villagers, the railway didn't just cut a 3-day journey to a few hours, it brought in clean water pipelines, helped build local water processing factories, and turned a scenic spot into thriving small businesses. It allows young people to dream of a future at home. The quiet rhythm of the train has become the steady heartbeat of local economies. From the helpless moment on the jolting butt 30 years ago to the smooth, reliable rail journey of today, I've come to understand something. Progress in transport isn't just about going faster, it's about how infrastructure can, almost imperceptibly, care for ordinary lives. It reduces the friction of distance, yet, but more importantly, it nurtures possibility. It turns isolation into connection and transforms someday into this afternoon, making journeys to loved ones feel not like distant trips, but like part of everyday life. That, to me, is the most profound change of all. This is my story. What's yours? I'd love to hear it in the comments. See you next time.